Is now O'Leary Ventures chairman. He's Mr. Wonderful himself, Kevin O'Leary. So what do you make of what's going on now? Treasury Secretary Besson reportedly saying, yes, that both the U.S. and China tariffs will have to come down. De-escalation is going to happen. The high tariffs are at unsustainable levels. That basically what they're doing is leverage. They're trying to get a deal with China. Now we see South Korea and Vietnam coming in. That's the news. What do you make of that? Is China going to have to come to the table?
Let's remember how China operates. You don't have to go back very far to the DeepSeek story. China loves to mess with our markets. They love to drop a bomb at the right time. They raised almost $1 trillion worth of market cap with their story that some hedge fund guy created an OpenAI product on his desk with an old computer, which turned out to be complete BS later. So I love the Chinese people. I want to do business there. But the government, there is a negotiation going on here. It's a dance. We're starting the dance. I don't care how the sausage is made. I'm one of those guys that are saying, let's solve everything, not just tariffs to China. China's a different story than the rest of the world. I get what's going on in Europe and in UK and in Switzerland and India. I got it. I don't care about that. I want to solve the big kahuna problem, not just tariffs to China. It's time to level the playing field. I've been saying the same thing for weeks now. IP theft, access to their markets, delist their companies that don't comply to the rules I have to comply to that cost me millions of dollars. They don't have to. Why do they get to do that? Why don't we just get it on the table? I don't care what they say. I know they're talking because they don't have a choice. We have to squeeze heads while we're the largest economy on earth. That's 39% of everything consumed and 26.1% of the world's GDP. Squeeze while you can. Otherwise, you'll never get this opportunity again. Squeeze now. And I don't care about the volatility. I want this administration to solve this problem after 20 years. None of them have solved it. Let's get this done. And, you know, as far as the Trump derangement syndrome, I get it. Half the people don't like him. I don't even care about that anymore. It's not about Trump. It's about settling a huge problem with an economy that cheats and steals IP and wants to win by not paying for it. I'm done with that. And millions of other investors are in the same boat. I'm not the only person saying this. Let's settle this now. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
So what's the leverage that's going to get China to back down and finally come to the table?
Millions of people working in factories making stuff that aren't going to a market. The largest market on earth is the U.S. Xi does not have to face an election. Trump does midterms, less than 2 years away. So this is going to get resolved relatively quickly. He has to face every day a Chinese worker sitting there that's making something and has got to sell it to somebody. The market's not big enough if the U.S. is not buying this stuff.
And the EU. The EU is now pushing back that they're not going to be a dumping ground for China's stuff.
Well, listen, they're not big enough on their own. We're 39% of the consuming market. That's huge. So Xi has to worry about that. He can use his own currency to print money and pay these people for doing nothing. Then he gets hyperinflation. Saw that movie in Venezuela. We have leverage. We also want to cut a deal. I want to sell stuff in China. I just want a level playing field. I am not scared to say, go to 400%, shut it down until they come to the table. I don't care where or when. It doesn't matter. It's time to start negotiating. It sounds like to me that's actually starting.
Kevin O'Leary, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Now listen to this.